Hello friends. So this is my video in which I am sharing my views on what should be the education policy and what actually is required in making changes in our curriculum while we are teaching to the students. I am Ajay Kumar Gupta. I am principal of Schiller Institute Senior Secondary School, R6 Rajnagar, Ghaziabad. Our school is affiliated with CBSE board, and through this video, I want to reach to the policymakers, as well as I want to tell the students where to put their maximum stress. The maximum stress actually should be on practical knowledge. I will be sharing few examples to make the things more clear, and these are the live examples what I've faced in life and what I've seen in life so far. I graduated from Delhi College of Engineering, what we call as Delhi Technical University, way back in 1994. And it is a very prestigious college. Admission is very difficult. I have to wait for 2 years to get admission in this prestigious college. And here actually, I just want to draw the attention of policy holders where exactly we are missing. I have to spend 2 extra years after class 12th to get admission in Delhi College of Engineering because I want to pursue my career as an electrical engineer. So 2 years they were spent to grab the speed, to find out the right choice in as quickly as possible. And in the first year of my preparation after class 12, though already I was doing preparation in class 12th as well, but it was, according to me also, I was not justified that I will tell you I was prepared enough to face the competitive exam. But for 1 year after my class 12, I've taken a rigorous efforts, and I was able to solve all the questions of some very good books like S.L. Loney for trigonometry at that time, O.P. Agrawal for chemistry, Kumar Mittal for physics, M.L. Khanna for maths. But I was not able to clear my exams in DDU, although I was able to get through Adigal Muslim University and some other examinations, but my dream was to either get admitted in DCE, Delhi College of Engineering, or in IITs, or in Roorkee University. So I was not able to clear this exam, and I have to pursue another 1 year for training and preparing myself to face this competitive examination once again. And now I want to draw the attention of policy holders, who draw actually the question papers of these exams, and how the coaching has been framed. I was actually thoroughly prepared in my first attempt. In the second attempt, when I faced the examination of competitive examination after 1 year of rigorous training and preparing for this exam, but I was not able to get through. So in my second attempt, in fact the third attempt, the final attempt, I joined some prestigious coaching institutes to take the training instead of doing it myself. And to my utter surprise, they were teaching how to find out if there is a question which is having 4 choices. So they were not telling you how to arrive at the correct answer by solving the question, by the concept, but they were telling you so many tricks. Okay, this one cannot be there, this cannot be there, so these 3 are out of question, and that's why the 4th one is the correct choice. Maybe that is also a type of preparation, and since I have not done it before, so I was just solving all the questions and then arriving at the right answer. Then I was ticking mark the right choice, and it was taking a lot of time. And when I was working with those tricks, I was able to solve that question maybe in quarter of a time what I used to spend earlier. And in my 3rd attempt, I was able to clear all the prestigious examinations, and I opted for DCE, Delhi College of Engineering. It is one of the very prestigious college, and I started my career, I started my education in this college. So my first suggestion to policyholders is that we should change the system of examination, giving admission to the prestigious colleges of engineering and medicine in place of the present competition. We should have some project-based evaluation. We should have some real good practical knowledge. We should test that knowledge of the student. Although I know the infrastructure what our nation is having is very difficult, but we have to think in that way. We have to actually start thinking in that way. If we talk about foreign universities, they are simply testing the SAT through SAT, or now even in most of the colleges of US, even SAT is not required. They are just simply taking your scores of 10th and 12th, recommendations, what credibility you are having as an academician, as a student, what are your qualities, what extraordinary work you have done, what work you have done for the society, and that is very important. Right from that age, school age, the students, they have focused towards work for the community, and which is actually present in which is not present in our system of education. Although we are having evaluations, some internal assessments still there, but still I think that is not triggering the students to work for the community. Here, most of the parents and most of the students, in fact, when I talk to them, they are just running for the marks. So, and the concept, and in real life, the actual concept has changed a lot. It took me 2 extra years to get through an admission to an engineering college. It was a difficult phase, and I really missed those 2 years, which could have been used otherwise in some other productive way. Now, when I got admission in Delhi College of Engineering, although it is a very prestigious college, full of labs, some extraordinary faculty we used to have, the teachers who have designed the air conditioning of Lee Meridian, they have taught us. The students who have designed, the teachers, the consultants who have designed Rajghat power plant, they taught us power plant engineering. Professor P. Kundu, who is a well-recognized person in his field of electrical engineering, he taught us. Professor Y.R. Shastri, Professor Murthy. Some they are the legends, I will say. So what I'm stressing on, the college was full of excellent teaching faculty. Although the college was located in congested area of Delhi, Kashmiri Gate, but the amount of facilities they were providing to the students, that cannot be matched, I'm telling you. Because a few years I spent, a few months before joining Delhi College of Engineering, I spent in some other college also. That was also a very prestigious college. But when I used to compare the two colleges, I found DC much better. And there was a stress. There was actually focus of the teachers to give us the practical knowledge. But here exactly what I want to emphasize is, even the prestigious college like Delhi College of Engineering was not actually fully in tune with industry. I still remember when I joined a public sector undertaking under Ministry of Health, and we were recruited directly from the college, and our CMD called me. He called, okay, Mr. Gupta, tell me from where this cable is going to enter in the building. This was a shock to me. Because in our entire college, they have taught us how many type of cables are there, what is the current carrying capacity of a cable. But nobody has taught us how the cable is going to enter into the building. So what I want to emphasize is that when I was practically doing my job as an electrical engineer, in lot of areas I found I was not having the required training. Although the knowledge was there, but that exposure was not there. Although with that good knowledge, I was able to find out the ways and means to different challenges what electrical engineers should solve, and I was able to solve them to my satisfaction and to my satisfaction of my superiors as well. But I have to take some extra efforts. Suppose when my CMD asked me how the cable is going to enter into the building, I told him, okay sir, I will give you a plan tomorrow. And in the evening, I went to all the buildings just to find out how the cable is going to enter through the building. And it was a very, new learning for me. I want to know, but my curriculum, it was mentioned how the cables are going to enter into the building. Similarly, when the electrician was drawing wires into a conduit, although a proper code is there, but in our college, we were not told how many wires are going into a particular conduit. If it is a 25 mm conduit, so there are particular code related to the size of the wire. 4 square mm, this much wires can go. So what I want to emphasize is many things I have to learn practically on the field. But what I want from policyholders is our curriculum should be aligned as per the practical requirement of the different jobs, so that linking with the industry as we are having in the foreign countries should be there. The training, in the college we used to do trainings. In the first training I took it in Larsen and Toubro in Mumbai, in their marketing office, and that was a very good exposure. First of all, I was first thing I come across was the term switchgear. So there are some terminologies which are not there in the textbooks, But that jargons actually, when we go professionally, everyone talk and use that jargons only, the switch gear. The word switch gear was never mentioned in our textbook at those times. I don't remember these days. So, but that training, what I had there, and they told me about earth leakage circuit breaker, different how the cables actually rise in the buildings through riser. And the second training we had got as a Rajghat power plant, it was also very informative. So if we have got more of these trainings, these two trainings I think are not sufficient. When we are doing a course in engineering, at least we should have 4 trainings, maybe more. And this quality of engineering in the colleges, in fact, is decreasing. I mean, the quality what we used to have now, if I compare with the engineers, what we are actually, when we are applying for a post, a lot of engineers are applying. And when I just talk to them, what I'm finding that the quality, in place of increasing, it has further deteriorated. So I want the policy holders to take a stand, to make the curriculum more interesting, more practical. If one student has joined engineering, he should have a feel of engineering. But actually in our curriculum, we are just so much tied up with the curriculum. It is a very exhaustive theoretical concept, sometimes become boring also and puts burden to a student. But if the same thing is aligned with the practical knowledge, remarkable improvement can be done. The learning can be more interesting, fascinating, and quality engineers the colleges can produce. I want at the same time all my students also who is listening by this video to never run for the marks. I am not the first one to say this. You've heard it, this thing in past also. What I am emphasizing is just be practical. Students, now I just want to highlight one of the achievement. During my college days, I always wondering at that time the solar electrical vehicles were just a concept. Electrical vehicles research was going on. I am talking of the year 1992-93. At that time, although it is a dream comes true now when a lot of electrical vehicles are running on Indian roads, but at that time it was a dream. And it was always, I always draw pleasure when I used to study about electrical vehicles, and especially about running electrical vehicles on solar energy. But during my engineering and even after my engineering, I never got a chance to work on electrical vehicle, to work on solar energy. But that hidden curiosity, that hidden urge was always there to work on that. And that dream came true in year 2016 when group of some of students of my school, they designed and built their own electrical vehicle, Aura 1, in the school itself. And they were the students, lot of engineering, they were the students of class 8 to 12. It was a remarkable achievement, and at that time, I just realized how much potential these young chaps are having. And our infrastructure, our resources should be used to tap this hidden potential. After Aura 1, which was a solar electrical car, they launched another solar car, Aura 2, in 2018. 18, mostly designing most of the equipments, most of the parts they have taken from the school itself, then some of from the scrap, and a very fine vehicle ultimately was built up by them. And through the solar car achievement, one of my students got admission in prestigious US University of Illinois. And when I was discussing with him, now he has graduated in biomedical engineering from there and already got admission in PhD in one of the prestigious colleges there just immediately after graduation. Why I'm mentioning this thing is that the students who are not running for the marks, who are running for the practical knowledge, do not think is a waste of your time. Think, in fact, I may be giving a controversial statement here, but actually that's what I felt after spending. In fact, I will say I wasted my 2 years in preparing for an entrance exam. In place of that, I could have used those 2 years in producing some other good things. So do not waste your time. Use your time intelligently. Don't cram the things. And try to come out of your hidden potential. You have to explore it. You have to find it. And all of you are having it. That much I am pretty sure. So again, at the end of this session, I hope I made through this video I am able to reach policy holders. I may not be as clear and as lucid in transferring my thought in the manner I should be. So I may apologize for that. But the only thing again I want to emphasize is please change the curriculum of engineering and medicine, make it more practical, make it more interesting for the students. And I'm able to say because we are already, a new education policy has been announced. So if this could be incorporated in that system, I'm telling you, although the government is trying level best to promote entrepreneurship, but the aim is difficult unless until we have good innovators here. We could have good businessmen, but our country needs good entrepreneurs. Our country needs good innovators, and good innovators can only be generated when a proper platform is given to them. That is by giving them practical knowledge just at the school level. And we at Schiller are trying to do that. We are already doing it. I am not criticizing any of our curriculums, but what I am telling is that there is a scope of improvement, and if we can give it a more practical exposure, we will be able to produce good innovators. And the country which is lying behind this, we don't have any research work over here. No patents, very little patents are filed by our countrymen we compare with foreign countries. So we have to work on that. So that can only be achieved by changing our education system right from the school level. Thank you, and thank you for listening patiently. Thank you.